Justification is God taking a life that is extremely out of order, in disarray, taking that life, shifting it, establishing his divine plan for it, and giving the opportunity for us to become spiritually functional in life. Remember, we learned that we shouldn't be chasing after happiness because that's a failed pursuit. But we should be pursuing, seeking after God's divine plan. And when we seek after God's plan, happy is the man. We will find our happiness in finding God's plan. Because now my life that was out of order has been put in order, aligned, justified. Now here's the reason I'm harping on that. Because that's not what we have accomplished. That's what God has done for us. So the just, those who God has realigned, those who God has fixed. And how many people in the room can say, God fixed me? Yeah, me included. God fixed me, put me in my proper place, gave me purpose, unveiled his plan, his purpose for my life. The just should be a shining light. Watch this. Those of us who have been repaired by God, we should be God's greatest testimony in the earth. Our lives are a testimony within themselves. What God has done to repair and to restore and to fix me is a shining light for others to see. Ooh, I like this part. Watch this. A light that shineth. That's what the passage says. But the path of the just, watch this, the path of the just is as a shining light. My path, the trail that I leave behind, should be a shining light, shining to the world around me to see that the path that I'm on is the path that God justified, the path that God fixed for me. I'm not functioning because of my own ability. I'm not justified because of my own personal accomplishments, but the path that I leave behind is evidence of what God has done for me. I'm telling you, those of us who have been fixed by God, we should be leaving evidence behind for others to see what God can do. Man, if he can fix Dale Phillips, then he could fix anybody. If he could fix you, put you in place, realign you, man, as messy as you were, your path should be leaving a light for everybody to see what God can do. Here's the truth. You can't hide the work of God. Ooh, I like this. When God does something in creation, it's not hidden. When God crafted the sun and the moon and the stars, they're not hiding. When God deposited the fish in the sea, they're not hiding. When God put the animals, the creeping things in the forest and in the fields, they're not hiding. They're there in plain sight. The mountains, the oceans, all of God's creation is right there in plain sight for people to point to it and say, man, that was a magnificent sunrise. And that was an incredible sunset. Look at the grassy green foliage. Look at the artistry of creation and ask the question, who's responsible for that? All of God's creation leaves a shining path behind it. Evidence of the work that God did.